Welcome back from the break. You're watching NewsX. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. We are, as part of the Bharat Progress Report, doing a marathon coverage right here on NewsX, taking you through 101 milestones that have been achieved by India towards building a new Bharat. Yes, now we're going to be focusing in this particular segment on the milestones that pertain to women and the milestones that pertain to sports. Joining us live at this point is Joyita Basu, editor of the Sunday Guardian. We also have Deepa Malik, former president, Paralympics India, joining us live as well. Welcome. Thank you both for being with us today. And without further ado, let's quickly take our viewers through the first big milestone that we're looking at in this segment, and that is milestone number 89. Women tax filers increased by 25% in 2024. Joyita Basu, what does that really say?
At the numbers growing up by this kind of leap that you see. So obviously we are talking in terms of women's financial independence, and of course women finding an expression. I mean, women joining the workplace in greater numbers, because you see, when you look back at India's labor participation history, women have been, I mean, missing to a large extent. In fact, I would say even urban women in the last, I think, 10 years or something, the numbers have grown a lot, in terms of, I think we were 32% a few years back. From there we have now crossed 40% or something like that, the labor participation ratio. Now this is growing up in the rural areas as well. So you see, one of the reasons why women do not join the workforce or often drop out is because of domestic reasons, because of family reasons. Now the very fact that women are now paying more taxes, that means these encumbrances, I mean these problems that were there in terms of female participation, they're gradually, I would say, melting away.
Yes,
And of
almost
course,
23 million women actually now paying tax, Joyita. And
yeah.
Maharashtra, of course, seeing a big jump. Ladakh, interestingly, seeing the highest percentage increase of women filing taxes.
Yes, so here also I would say entrepreneurs are also playing a huge role in this. So all this is actually about, once we have been discussing this on NewsX for a long time now. Once you create the ecosystem, once you have, I mean, say for example, if you're looking at the rural areas, of course they are not paying income taxes. A certain income bracket, they pay income taxes, but when you're talking about creating the infrastructure, it has to start from there, because only then you get into an aspirational mode and women improve themselves to reach there.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
for that,
Okay. Okay, we certainly hope that that will continue. Let me quickly take our viewers now through milestone number 90 coming in as well. 11 lakh women becoming Lakpati Didis in 2024. Now, this is also a very significant figure. 11 lakh women becoming Lakpati Didis in this 1 year alone. Remember, this, of course, is a very important scheme of the government of India, empowering, of course, a huge amount of outlay is there for this particular scheme. The mission covering over 7,000 blocks spread across multiple hundred districts in the country. The budgetary outlay for this is about 15,047 crore rupees for this particular scheme. And Joyita, what do you make of this number for the Lakpati Didi is actually increasing?
yes, in fact, here I've got some anecdotal evidence. Sometime back, earlier this year, there was this Lakpati Didi. There was this done by this Ministry of Skill Development and Women's, I think, welfare and all. So they had set up. There was a whole mela, set up by these Lakpati Didis, and there I had gone in Delhi NCR, of course, and they had come from all over India and from remote places in Gujarat, from remote places in Kerala, from Tamil Nadu. I was astounded to see the number of women who are participating. These were MSMEs, small scale cottage industry, some, but the kind of, I would say, pride that they had in their work, the very fact that this particular money that they were getting, they were in a position to earn 1 lakh a year. It is not a huge sum, but the very fact that they are being able to, you know they have got the training under the skill development program, and now they're part of that Lakpati Didi scheme, and now they're earning 1 lakh rupees, at least 1 lakh rupees a year. It's a huge empowerment for them. It is empowering. I also saw their husbands are there supporting them, and it is the women who are taking the lead role over there. And these are rural women, majority of them.
Absolutely. Let me quickly now join our next big milestone on the broadcast, milestone number 91. Squadron leader Mohana Singh becoming the first woman in the Indian Air Force's elite flying bullet squadron. This, of course, is a big achievement by squadron leader Mohana Singh, taking place, of course, this year, becoming the first woman pilot to fly the Tejas this year itself, the first woman in this elite flying bullet squadron of the Indian Air Force. She played a pivotal role in the Tarang Shakti exercise as well, that was in fact conducted in Jodhpur in Rajasthan, and squadron leader Mohana Singh was inducted into the Indian Air Force in 2016. It's about 8 years ago. She hails from a military family of Junjunu in Rajasthan. Well, she's also previously flown the MiG-21 as well. Yes, Joyita Basu coming in on this big achievement.
I would see this at two levels. First of all, India is the country, it has the highest number of women pilots in the world. If you look at it, I'm talking about commercial airlines, of course. I think 12% of Indian commercial pilots are Indian women. Now, so it is, flying as a career, women are taking it up, which is commendable. And at the other level, what I'm going to talk about is the resistance to women participation in combat. Because when somebody becomes a pilot like this, pilot of a fighter jet, so obviously we are talking about combat situations. Okay, the thing is that the very fact that women are getting this opportunity now, I would commend our military establishment also that this has been allowed, because all these days, all these decades, I would say, people were always, people in the military were always looking down at women in combat situations. I'm glad, but this is very common in the West, in particularly the US and I would say UK. It is common where women get into combat. They are combat pilots, they are soldiers. Now that this is happening in India also, I think it's a huge progress.
Yes, it's a huge progress indeed. And of course, also at the end of the day, let me quickly take our viewers now through the next big achievement as well coming in. Maharashtra rolling out 1,500 rupees to 1 crore women under the Mukhyamantri Ladki Bahin scheme. Now, this is a game changer of a scheme. Also, many analysts say gave them political advantage as well in the elections that were held earlier this year. Financial assistance of 1,500 rupees being rolled out to over 1 crore women across the state now. The scheme, of course, benefiting women from 21 to 65, and eligible women, of course, get financial aid directly to them via DBT, that's direct benefit transfer. The outlay of the Ladki Bahin scheme is about 46,000 crore rupees over there in Maharashtra. Very important scheme, of course, Joyita Basu. And 1,500 rupees, of course, being outlaid through that. In fact, and also coupled together with this, now Delhi beginning rolling out of 1,000 rupees under the Mukhyamantri Mahila Samman scheme as well. Again, a big ambitious scheme, of course, rolled out in Delhi. Many analysts connecting this also with the upcoming Delhi Assembly elections. But this was, of course, introduced by the Delhi government in its budget earlier this year in March 2024. The rollout has now finally begun. 2,000 crore rupees have been allocated for this particular scheme by the Delhi government. Underprivileged women being given this financial aid every single month in the national capital. Joyita Basu, Delhi, Maharashtra, two similar schemes benefiting huge amount of women already in Maharashtra, the rollout in Delhi now beginning.
Uday, let us look at it this way. There are two ways about it. One, this is, whether you are going to consider cash benefit as a dole, or if you are going to actually impart certain skills, so that it kind of, it's the same story about you teach him to fish, he catches fish the whole for his whole life. If you give him fish, you give him one time. So this is more about empowering them through these schemes to ensure that they can also get into a path of earning, because we are talking about very poor people over here, very poor women whose husbands sometimes do not give them any money. Maybe they even 1500 rupees matter to such women a lot. So what we are witnessing here is this empowerment, and it is not just dole, what is known as reverie. But yes, it is, when you're talking about the politics of it, it is but natural. Women as a vote bank is is a fact of life. All political parties have understood it, and we have seen the impact in Maharashtra. We have seen the impact in Jharkhand in the just recently concluded assembly elections. So it is but natural that all political parties will be wooing this vote bank. But again, as I would say, this should always go beyond dole and serve as an empowering, as a tool of empowerment.
Yes. Okay, let me quickly, in fact, take our viewers now through milestone number 94 that has also come in this year. Again, overall, from the Union Budget 2024, that allocated actually this year 3 lakh crore rupees for women schemes of the central government. So a big outlay, of course, this year by a woman finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman. Of course, Mudra loans amount also doubling. Also, of course, the central government setting up working women hostels as well. And also, in fact, the Ministry of Women and Child Development budget increasing as well by a significant percentage. And of course, 12% of their estimated expenditure was allocated to Mission Shakti by the Women and Child Development Ministry. So big amount being allocated for women schemes by the central government, Joyita Basu, as I said earlier, interestingly, by a woman finance minister.
Well, while the woman finance minister bit is important, but let's not forget that right from the time the Narendra Modi government has come to power in 2014, special attention has been given to women. It is not just about financial, in terms of social inclusion as well. If you look at, say, for example, removing the triple talaq, it was such an important scheme for Muslim women. So I mean, then it is this government that has also ensured, I mean, at least got the bill passed, 33% reservation for women in parliament and any elected body, legislatures all across the country. Now, so you see, the focus has always been women, but to tap women's potential in terms of their as an entrepreneur. When you're looking at the Mudra loans, for example, I mean, anecdotal evidence suggests that all these loans are, I mean, range from are often inside 20,000. Okay, now with this small amount, people might wonder, what can women do? But again, here I would bring in the example of Lakpati Didi by saying, when they were given that skill, now when they are given a particular training, with this 20,000 as starting the capital, the seed capital, women can do a lot. Even making pickle and selling it and earning money for herself and her family. That also, these Mudra loans have facilitated. And they are the people who always return. Women are very particular in these matters. They will always return the money, whatever with interest, whatever they take as loan. So, you see, so this is at the same time very, very I would say it is about a holistic development of a woman. And now, at the same, what happens is that when you are giving them, say, for example, cooking gas, when you are giving them maybe the water tap connection, when you are giving her a pakka house, you create
Yes.
the complete ecosystem. And that is how you empower her, her family, and that
Absolutely. So,
automatically society.
the ramifications of every decision taken. Let's quickly move now to milestone number 95, and that is on Asha Lata Devi. Asha Lata Devi became this year the first Indian woman to play 100 international football matches. So, big achievement there for Asha Lata Devi in football, of course, but also for women overall, and Indian women in particular in sport. She achieved this feat in a match between India and Pakistan this year. Asha Lata Devi was born in 1993 in Manipur, in Imphal, in fact, and she was, of course, started playing football at the age of 13. She joined the under-17 team in 2008. And she started in the pre-Olympic matches in Dhaka against Bangladesh, of course. That was her debut in 2011. And she's now, of course, the first Indian woman to play 100 international football matches. Big achievement, Deepa Malik.
Yes, definitely. And in past 10 years, I have seen a tremendous turn, not only in towards the whole society's outlook towards playing sports. For example, Fit India, that has been such a great initiative, and that has included Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, and Beti Khilao. And if I say in my Paralympic sport, we have seen women doing tremendously well. There is a 300% increase in women in disability joining the world of sports, not just nationally, but also internationally making their mark. In 2016, the first Indian woman medal had come, which I had brought from Rio. But post that, you see, the moment the policies were inclusive, the policies favored the women development in sports in the right direction, and especially focusing the disability sports, we can see the result. In Tokyo, it grew to 3 medals, and in Paris, it grew to 11 more medals. So 14 more female medals have got added in just 8 years. And overall, you can see the number of sports also in which women in disability sports have done their debut, whether it is paracycling, para taekwondo, para canoeing. These were sports never heard for women in disability. And for the first time, whether it is Olympic or Paralympic, we have 3 women winning track medals. That itself speaks of how well now the focus is towards empowerment in women in sports. And let me also take your attention here of not just women playing sports, but there has been a surge in women in the administrative,
Yes.
organizational roles.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
overall, I'll get to that in just a bit, and we'll have more achievements as well in a second. But another milestone coming in this year was that there was a first all-woman mining team this year, which began work at Tata's Nuwa Mundi iron mine. So all-woman mining team pictured there, begun work already this year in West Singhbum, in fact, in a mine there. And a big moment, of course, with women, isn't it? This was an innovative move by Tata Steel that took place there in West Singhbum. And this move was facilitated by, of course, a relaxation in the act. And Tata, of course, acted on that. Women, of course, now operating heavy machinery at that mine there. Also leading shift supervision at another iron mine close by as well. Big moment, wasn't it? 97 milestone now. Quickly turning our focus to this next milestone. Manu Bhaker winning 2 bronze medals at the 2024 Summer Olympics. This was a huge feat, wasn't it? And we all were so proud of Manu Bhaker at her feat, of course, this year at the Summer Olympics. This women shooter, of course, winning these 2 bronze medals earlier this year in Paris. She won her first bronze, of course, in the 10-meter air pistol event. She secured 221.17 to finish third in that final there. Then she partnered with Sarabjot Singh to win a second bronze medal in the same games. Remember, she also came touching distance to a third as well. 10-meter air pistol mixed team event was the event which she won her second a bronze medal in. So from mining to shooting, Deepa Malik, it's been a path-breaking year, hasn't it? From the mines of West Singhbhum, where this all-woman mining team working there, really creating history, to of course history of another kind being created at the Summer Olympics on an international platform and pedestal by Manu Bhaker for India.
Absolutely. This speaks about how opportunities provided, given, and the change in mindsets and policies can define the role of women in society. There has always been a lot of potential there. The whole concept has been tapping on this talent and creating equal platform of play and work. So this is definitely, and I'm being a woman, I'm very proud to see this change and witnessing this change happening in India, and very proud of women who are now learning new different skills, breaking the glass ceiling, the barriers, the stereotypes, and emerging winners and becoming a very ardent part of nation building in their respective roles and skills that they have on. This has been a tremendous year, and these pictures are filling me with a lot of inspiration myself.
Yes, a lot of inspiration, of course, coming in for everyone watching, no doubt. Milestone number 98 now, quickly turning our focus. India winning 6 medals overall, 1 silver and 5 bronze at the Paris Olympics this year. So that was our medal tally, of course, at the Summer Olympics earlier this year. 6 medals, of course, won by India. The shooters, of course, doing phenomenally well, but also, of course, not to forget the wrestlers. 1 silver, 5 bronze medals were our total tally. Neeraj Chopra, of course, bagging a silver medal in the men's javelin. Meanwhile, of course, the men's field hockey team also winning bronze this year. Manu Bhaker winning 2 bronze medals for India, and also, of course, Sarabjot Singh winning another bronze medal in partnership with Manu Bhaker. Swapnil Kusale also bagging another bronze medal for India in shooting, and Aman Serawat winning in wrestling another bronze medal. Deepa Malik continues to be with us. Deepa Malik, overall 6 medals being won by India at the Summer Olympic Games.
Definitely, but being a sports person myself, I want to see this tally rise, and I know that with this jumping board and this kind of inspiration that is there, and Indians have started believing now that we don't just go for participation. We have the material, we have the potential to win medals for our country, and we are among the best of the world. Why? Because now our policies are very athlete-centric. We have learned to use science, and the ecosystem is now becoming sports-oriented. The value of sports has been recognized, and the mindsets towards sports have changed. And I give a lot of credit to our governance and Honorable Prime Minister, who has personally met the athletes and given them the encouragement and set the whole ecosystem in a way that now people are looking at sports as a mainstream, a journey for mainstream career also.
Yes.
That has also become very important, and there are several opportunities, and
Okay.
with this year was equally very important because we have bid for 2036 Olympics and Paralympics.
Absolutely, that's another big dream, isn't it? Okay, now milestone number 99, India winning the ICC Men's T20 World Cup in 2024. So big achievement by our cricket team earlier this year. India winning that T20 World Cup, of course, in 2024. The ICC Men's T20 World Cup was won by us. We beat South Africa by 7 runs in a thrilling finish, although we dominated the tournament. Virat Kohli, of course, being adjudged the player of the match in the final. Jasprit Bumrah was the player of the tournament. Overall took 15 wickets. Rohit Sharma becoming, of course, the first Indian player to win the T20 World Cup twice. He also became the first captain to win, of course, a significant amount of T20 international matches. But remember, it was farewell time for Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma and Ravindra Jadeja from international T20 cricket. Milestone number 100, which was achieved this year, was in chess, and Gukesh D won the World Chess Championship title this year. This youngster, of course, making the nation very, very proud by winning this coveted title, becoming world champion this year, of course. A big moment for him, wasn't it? He won that title, defeating, of course, the Chinese Grandmaster in the final there at the age of 18. He is the youngest undisputed world champion. He shattered a record previously held by Garry Kasparov, who of course was a legend of the game. He is the second Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to claim this title. Big moment in the two C's, Deepa Malik, chess and cricket for India this year.
Chess, definitely. I think it has been a great year for chess for India because we also had a brother-sister duo. They also, in their category of chess, they did wonderfully well. And even just today, we have had a chess championship won, World Rapid Chess Championship won by Kuneru. So overall, India has really celebrated chess this year. Yes.
And not to forget cricket. T20 win for us.
Yeah, I mean, I probably wouldn't be the expert to speak on cricket, but yes, it's always wonderful to see India winning. Cricket is the religion. It is the most favorite, most watched, most followed sport of India. And whenever you see a win in cricket, I think it's celebrated in every Indian home with equal fervor, equal josh. And any time you see the tricolor flying high, you have a reason to celebrate.
Absolutely. Okay, now milestone number 101 now. The final milestone in this marathon broadcast as part of the Bharat Progress Report is, of course, to do with the Paralympic Games, where India this year won 29 medals, including 7 golds, the highest ever at the Paralympics 2024 in Paris. So, huge feat, of course, by India this year at the Paralympic Games. Our athletes making us very, very proud. India's biggest ever tally at the Paralympics, highest medal haul ever, 7 golds, 9 silvers and 13 bronze medals being won by us. 17 of those medals were in fact bagged in the track and field events. India also securing gold medals in archery and club throw fields. Sumit Antil, of course, he broke his own record this year at the Paralympics as well. Avni Lakhera also, who can forget her, in the shooting. She did very, very well. And of course, also gold coming in for Kumar Nitesh in badminton. Preeti Pal bagged bronze, of course, as well. And India, of course, achieving a double podium, its first double podium finish in athletics. Let me quickly get in Deepa Malik. Deepa Malik, what a victory. This is, of course, a field that you've been actively involved in, from winning medals yourself to also administration. And it seems the efforts have yielded results this year. What do you make of this milestone, Deepa Malik?
Milestone is absolutely close to my heart, and I can't stop smiling year to year whenever this the feats of and achievements of the para sports is spoken of. A dream with which I had joined the para sports, to see them at par, mainstream, celebrated, and totally recognized. And here we are getting our due, and what a lovely performance! What an increase in the tally of medals, and so many new. If I start comparing 1968 to 2016, just 12 medals, and in just 2 Paralympics, we have all in all 48 medals. Which in 2016, just 19 athletes had gone to participate. And in Tokyo, we got 19 medals. And this year, we took the tally to 29. Like I said earlier also, the number of sports have increased. It's not just about the medals. It's also about the overall growth of sports and overall participation of women in para sports.
Yes.
14 medals won by Indian women.
Yeah.
Which in past 2 episodes, and 11 medals contributed, and especially track and field, Simran and Preeti Pal, Deepti, they have been tremendous out there. a dream which probably Milkha Singh ji always had, to see a track medal coming to India. And this year, the most beautiful thing about the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games and Olympics, of course, also was the parity in the gender. It was
Right.
gender neutral games. So we also in
Absolutely.
India made an endeavor to have equal number of girls coming out and participating and winning medals as well.
And it reaped dividends for that, didn't it? Okay, well, we leave it at that. Deepa Malik and Joyita Basu, thank you both so much for joining us with your perspective on this big segment, of course, these milestones. And with that, we come to an end of our marathon coverage as part of the Bharat Progress Report. We've decoded for you these 101 milestones that have been achieved by us in building a new India, and we certainly hope the years ahead we will have many more milestones as well that our country will achieve and make us feel very, very proud. Happy New Year. Thank you to all for watching.